Previously on American Truck Simulator. We'll turn right and then turn left. Yeah, I know.
Turn left.
You hit me, not me hitting you. You definitely hit me. I know you did. Right, okay, let's sort this out. We're gonna go this way. You just stay there in your Jeep, alright? Hello and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. I had to do another episode actually following on from the last one because I enjoyed it so much. It was so much fun. So this is very much the start of your truck driving adventure on American Truck Simulator. This is the time when you can sort of dig early money, a little bit of cash in the bank, one garage, the very basic one. In this case, it's the red, white, and blue with the sort of the American flag wrapped around it. So all states, isn't it? It's got states in the top corner. That's what stars are, isn't that right? If I'm right, or is it the lines that will start the states? I'm sure it's the stars. Anyway, yeah, I can't remember what the lines are. They represent something. It's a bit like in the UK, the Bulldog. There we go. Bit of Britain on the Mack truck, which is on the comment as well below, because I chose the Mack truck because it had a Bulldog in it, and I hadn't realised how apt that was, because apparently this is based on World War One, when British troops used the Mack truck, and they sort of nicknamed it the Bulldog. So they kind of adopted it, which is really nice. So I quite like that. That's why I quite like the idea of the Mack truck. I quite like that anyway. And also you should notice that the lines are a little less blurry this week because I actually changed the graphics as well. So anyway, as I was saying, this is at the very much the start of an adventure. Now, what was suggested to me, although I have money in the bank here, and to be fair, I haven't found a garage, I have money in the bank, I could take loans out. This would allow me to buy early level trucks for myself, probably not enough to buy myself 2 trucks, which is what I can get. I can get $130,000. It doesn't get me enough to buy a Billy Basic truck to start my sort of driving on my own. But what was suggested to me was maybe try a few trucks out before I actually choose the Mack as the one, because that's basically you have to choose one at the beginning, and I think that kind of guides where the nearest dealership for it is. I don't know what the dealerships are around here. So what we'll do is we'll go for the job market and we'll do some more driving. So we'll do some more quick jobs, because this is where we're a professional driver, and and somebody else does all the bits and pieces for us. So we've gone here, these 2 places, and here. They've all been covered. So what I'm going to suggest I do is, and these are all should be where I am actually, or are they miles away in some cases? No, they're all where we are realistically. There's a Western Star truck, that one. It's a sleeper. It's a 42 inch 600. Oh wow, it's a big machine that. What's it going to travel? It's got some cable on it. So it's quite a short, it's not a massive run. It's 271 miles, 4 hours and 5 hours roughly to do that. We get the load to begin with, and we get to travel. So I think this would be quite nice to go across New Mexico. Now, in the comments below, say hello to him. He's down there in the comments. Oh, there we look. This is the thing. I was going to say, the guy in the comments below that I wanted to mention was Hatman. He's sort of my American follower. One of probably 2 or 3. I mean, I'm pushing it there with that many people that actually watch. But yeah, he was mentioning trucks before which don't have sleepers in them, and he called them. I think it was. I don't think he called it a day cabin. I think he called it. Was it? Oh, I've already forgotten. Damn. Yeah. Day cab or something like that. So basically like that, day cabin. So basically it's got no place to sleep in it, so you basically use it for short haul journeys backwards and forwards across places to sort of do things, which makes kind of sense, which is the reason why there's a couple here that are sort of effectively, there you go, this actually says day cab on them. So that's a day cab, that's a sleeper, that's a sleeper, that's a day cab. It actually says it on them, so they're the ones that you can do it. So I didn't realise that when I was playing before. So anyway, Hatman is and cheers, because he said cheers and raised a drink to me. I'm going to assume it's some kind of bourbon, because I can imagine Hatman likes a whiskey. So I can imagine he does. He probably doesn't. He's probably like, nah, teetotal. But he's raised a cup of coffee to me, one of the two. So cup of Joe. Is that the right wording? But anyway, so we're gonna give this one a go, I think. So this is Clovis Terraton in New Mexico. It's a decent-ish journey. I quite like the look of that one, so let's do that one. But yeah, it was suggested to me by was it who? I don't know who suggested it. It was Bobster possibly in the comments below, and then he lost his comments because he was deleting his comments and he was back from holiday. It was a lot. It's very hard work to follow that one, Bobster. But Bobster suggested it in the comments, and I did read it through the emails that I got because I couldn't find the comment. No idea where it went to. That maybe I should try do a few runs with different trucks to feel what they are. So this is a Western Star. I've done a Mac. I did a day version of Petrel. Bilter? Oh, God, can't do it. I'm sure it's Petter. It's Peterbilter. Peterbilter? I don't know. I'm probably pronouncing it really horribly. Anyway, so let's just jump outside this truck and have a little look at it to begin with. Oh, my God, that's a monster. It's an oversized load as well. It's huge. I like the flags. They're really cool. Look at that. Just flapping in the breeze. That's really nice. I quite like that. So this is a really big load. I mean, it's blooming enormous, this thing. That's a big truck as well. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look around the inside of this thing. There we go. Again, sorry, not sorry for the... Oh, we've got a microwave. Wow. Western Star. I'm going to see if I look over my shoulder. I think I'm going to look out the window there, though, aren't I? That's it. Yeah. That is so cool. Look at the big star there. In the back as well. That's quite proper good because there's actually a window at the back there and there's obviously lots of storage. That's probably a fridge. I bet that's a fridge. It has to be a fridge, doesn't it? That is a machine. If you ask me, that is a proper machine. Right, let's start this thing up and let's have a little look. So there's the mirror. What's that up there? A W pass. I'm assuming that's my auto pass for tolls. Oh, I love the dashboard, by the way. I'm liking the wood. You know, I'm a bit of a sucker for wood because in the Euro Truck Simulator it was very much the thing that I really loved the most. As I love the music, by the way, that I've chosen. I know it's just sort of country and western with violins. I'm sorry, it's what I think of when I think of trucking. But you know, when I think of trucking, I think of things like I do think of Convoy. I also think of Smokey and the Bandit. It's another thing I think of. I don't know what he drove in Smokey and the Bandit. I know what the car was. That was a Pontiac Trans Am. That's what it was. Wow, this thing cruises. So the 15 there in white means it's don't tell me highway, which is paid for by the state taxes. There we go. That was told to me by Hatman. So that's the state taxes pay for the white ones, which are the highways. So that's what we're moving on to now. We're coming out onto the highway in our truck. I'm just having a look at it as we go out. That's so cool. My oversized load. That's got an articulated part to it there. Look at that. It's so cool. Oh, you've got mail. I've got mail. Right, anyway, it's got an articulated bit, and this is so big. Anyway, so yes, that's paid for by the state taxes. So I guess the if you think about the United Kingdom, if you're a Brit, you think about the United Kingdom. We've got obviously Scotland, we've got England, we've got Wales, we've got Northern Ireland, and we've got a few channel places which we don't really count tax on realistically, because if you think about Jersey and places like that, but that's kind of the idea. So there's different taxes depending on where you are, I guess. In the UK, of course, we're too small really to have different taxes. Really, different places. We do have different health boards, for instance. Look in the mirror over this side. Different health boards in between the areas. So different health organisations. Mainly the NHS deals with Wales and England and HIB, which is the Scottish version of their version of their board is there. They can have some control over that. So, for instance, in Scotland, prescriptions are free. So you get prescription drugs are free for you. That is so cool. I'm really enjoying this. I'm enjoying this truck already. It feels like me, this one. It really does. That feels like me. I'll be honest. I'm kind of loving that. I like that. Feels like me. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do something about traffic, though. I think I'm gonna have to increase the traffic because we're not in that state of panic that I usually am about traffic. But this truck does feel like me. Oh, blooming music's brilliant. I do love a bit of country and western. Sort of country music. Here we go. That's the thing. The lights. Let's come to a halt. There we go. Yeah, I'm a bit of a... Oh my God! Look at the plane! What we got there? What do you think? What air base is this? Clovis Air Base. Lady in the car there. It's a memorial to I guess combat pilots. There we go, kind of cool. I wonder which war. I'm gonna go with Vietnam. But to be fair, Vietnam wasn't technically a war because you have to declare war. It's a bit like what's going on in the Ukraine at the moment. That's technically not a war. That's a conflict because it's never been declared. Isn't that weird? So Vietnam was not a war. It was not declared. I don't think. I might be wrong, but I was pretty convinced that was one of the strange factors about it wasn't declared. But anyway, it could be end of Second World War because there was jets towards the end of the Second World War, wasn't there? There was a fair number of those. Oh, look at this. I'm loving this. Do you know something? I just feel like... horse road. There's a horse. I don't know what type of horse that was. It was there's another one. There's horses everywhere. I just feel... Oh, no, sorry. I'm wrong about this. I'm wrong about the number. Number's 65. 65 miles per hour. I'm totally lying. Right, anyway, bottom right corner is our GPS, and that gives us our sort of readout of where we're at. So we start with 56 miles per hour. Obviously, I've got the speed... No, I haven't. No, I was going to say the speed thing's on there. It isn't on there. So it's nearly 60 miles per hour on bottom right corner now. Automatic 12... The damage to the truck, followed by the fuel, which should be just bang on to do this job, followed by the bed, which is always underused, the bed, which slowly goes blue, and then eventually it goes red, and then I cry a lot, but that doesn't really happen until we get until we've been fatigued for a while. But you can drive for a long time in the States. I think it's 14 hours you're allowed to drive for. That's a long time to be driving. And then you've got the envelope, which is only really used at the beginning of the game. So you can see it right now. It's yellow because it's or orange yellow because we've actually done something with it for a change. There's actually something happened, probably the banks or telling me about recruitment agencies or something like that. Then we've got the time, which is 6:34. I'm going to get a shot of going across there. 6:34. Get a new life, it says there. Yes, get it in your life insurance. Anyway, then we've got the time, 6:34. Then we've got the distance to our thing. There's still a red flag below, which is Monday at 10:46 as we drive into the sunset. I think we're driving towards sunset. Sunrise, sunset, and sunset's over there maybe. I don't know. Feels like it's going down over there. Anyway, so it's Monday at 10:46 p.m. 224 miles and 3 hours and 58. This thing is beautiful to drive, by the way. Honestly, I feel like a bit like I feel a bit spoilt with it. It just feels powerful and strong. And nothing about what I'm pulling is an issue. I've unlocked something. 1881 it says in the bottom corner there. I don't know what 1881 is. They're the signs he was on about with the white with the 84 in it. Look, white with the 84. What is 1881? What am I missing around here? That's 1881. Don't know. I don't know what 1881 means in this context. There's a date of something. Clearly, obviously. Yeah, just edge that round a little bit. That's really naughty. Yeah, that's very naughty. I'm a naughty boy. Right, okay. Should have really taken more space for that. That is something cool about this. I love the fact that they're all flat roofs, because of course it's so dry you really don't have to worry about rain very often. I bet they have leaks though, because I mean if it's dry all the time, when it does rain, I suppose, does it leak? I don't know if it rains enough to leak. I'm asking all kinds of silly questions, really. Oh, look in the mirror! The indicator's in the mirror. That's so cool. Oh, I'm loving this. So yes, so now I'm on one of these routes. It was 84, wasn't it? There. So that was a highway that I'm on, and that's the one that's supported by the local state. And then the ones that are red and blue are interstate, and they're federal taxes that pay for those. That's kind of cool. Which is kind of the ones that everybody pays a little bit of federal tax, I'm guessing. Wow. You can't make it up. How beautiful does this game look? That's why I had to come back. Couldn't help myself. Miles and miles of beautiful open road. Even the desert is as stunning in this particular game. Really, really like this. Right, there's the lights on. Let's put the lights on. There we go. Lights are on. As the sun is setting, that is absolutely magical. Wow. Wow. What a guy. What a guy this I am, you know. I don't know why I'm saying what a guy. It just sprung into my head there. I'm so loving this. This truck, I love the dash. I love the dash. I love the leather wheel. I love that sun going down. I feel really bad. When I was a kid, I grew up with westerns. My grandfather absolutely loved westerns. My grandfather was an engineer. I'll give you a little story. My grandfather was an engineer. He worked on planes during the Second World War. He was a mechanic, and he worked for a small, used to be British company called Rolls-Royce. And his experience with engines meant that he... Oh, no, I don't want to go that way. His experience with engines meant that he ended up working the RAF, where he was working on Rolls-Royce engines, ended up working with the Americans on their planes. So he was a mechanic for their planes, and I think that's probably one of the reasons why he absolutely loved westerns as a kid. I think as not stereotyping anything like that, but it was I think that's why he loved them. So as a kid I grew up on wow. That sunset is just phenomenal. That is just amazing. But yeah, so as a kid, I kind of grew up on westerns, and got a lot of Italian ones, your old spaghetti westerns where they were filmed in Italy and things like that. But yeah, it was all westerns. That was the thing we used to grow up on. I'm not even going to suggest John Wayne. I'm going to go with Clint Eastwood. My grandfather was more a Clint Eastwood fan than he was a John Wayne fan, if that makes sense. So I think that's why I like the music as well with it. It just kind of makes me feel, it feels good. That sunset is just the most stunning thing. Let's have a look on the road. We set indicator, go out. We have a car coming up behind us, but we're not going to run into him, and he's not going to run into us either. Santa Rosa, 75 miles per hour. Beautiful bit of speed we can do here. It's not as strong. The truck's not as strong as you'd think it was. I mean, it's obviously a very heavy load. It's 66,000 pounds. Is that 66 tons? Not very good with although as a kid I grew up with both metric and imperial, and to be fair, even my kids now still have metric and imperial in our heads. Oh my God, somebody's been stopped by the police. They had metric and imperial in their heads now, not as much as we do, but we had metric and imperial. I was always never very good with certain weights and things. I could do measurements, yards and feet and miles and all this kind of stuff, but I was never particularly good. Put the lights on. You see, remembered how to do that, Hatman. Press the K button. So I wasn't particularly good with weights as good as anything else. Did pounds and ounces. Couldn't really do anything higher than that. So I'm assuming 66,000 pounds is 66,000 tons. But that would assume that it was 1,000. No, it can't be tons. That would assume 1,000 sort of. 1,000, what's it called? Is 1,000 pounds is an actual ton, which it probably isn't, because it's usually by 12. Because it's, oh God, I'm geeking out, geeking out on measurements, peoples. I'm geeking out on measurements. I hate to say it though, that the US is one of only 3 countries in the world that doesn't use metric measurements. How about that? 1 of 3. I mean, it's like down in the dash here. There's 75 degrees Fahrenheit. I have no idea. I don't know what that means. That I'm going to assume that's hot. But if it doesn't say centigrade, I don't understand, because I mean, let's be honest, centigrade and is a sensible measurement. It's basically 0 is frozen. There's one of them fancy old 50 styles fans, which are not the norm. But it assumes, that centigrade is basically 0 is frozen, and there's a car passing me, and 100 is boiling. That kind of makes sense, doesn't it, really? Kind of makes sense. What kind of car's that? Or what car is it not meant to be, but really is? We like that kind of thing in this game. Just travelling through the night here, 2 hours and 13 minutes to go with this wide load. This is really not, and that's to say, I really liking this truck. Look how many miles it's got on the clock already, though. 204,000. 204,256 miles on the clock already on it. It's a proper worn truck, this one. Yeah, it's only 3 countries, and 2 of the other ones are really small. So they're tiny little countries in comparison to the United States. Here we go. I do like this tune, this one that's playing now. Oh, there's a shooting star there. Did you see it? It was just at the top of the truck. There was a shooting star. It's weird. I know it's the same people who make this, but obviously there's 2 separate development teams involved in sort of American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator. It feels a different game. Maybe it's the size of the trucks, the roads, the graphics. I don't know. It just feels a different. Sugar, you're not going to make that round, are you? If you, yeah, oh yeah. Blooming heck, that was close. Wasn't sure how big the front of it was, the nose on the front there. We're going round. Yeah, we're going round. We're all round. So, it just feels different. I suppose it's, I don't know, different environments and things. I don't know if I'm joining these. What are we on now? Are we on an interstate or something like that? I don't know. Let me see. We'll see if we're on an interstate or whether we're on a milk. Delicious natural milk. Milk. Gotta admit, I do like a glass of milk occasionally. But there's a patrol car. It's a cruiser. Do things. There's another shooting star. There's another one. The whole planet's just blasting along here. Oh, hang on, roadworks coming up. I can't work out what I'm on, by the way. I think I'm on a highway. Let's just come on in. There's roadworks ahead. Right, okay, I'm on it. Somewhere asleep. Not slept yet. 55 miles an hour. The speed limit. Here's our men on the job here. Except there's nobody there. They're all in the van somewhere, hiding. That's brilliant, this game, isn't it? It really is. What a lot of fun. And I'm only on the second episode for you guys. I really haven't put the effort into this one as I've wanted to, and I've wanted to do for a while. I do think I've driven away one of my my regular viewers though, as a result of swapping the bus simulator and the truck and logistics simulator and the American truck simulator in. Unfortunately, I do think that Thornina, I think it is, has not been back since, and I feel a little bad really, because I will have to go back to Bus Simulator, but it doesn't feel, it's not been very satisfying recently. It's been very hard to finish the mission that I'm currently on within the Bus Simulator thing. Feel free to have a little look at the whole thing, and it's the last episode, and I think it's just called Still Struggling. And it was kind of that was the straw that broke the camel's back with Bus Simulator. I kind of just had enough, if that makes sense. And I know I've got Bus Simulator 21. Still can't bring myself to come back to it. Didn't enjoy it as much as I preferred the 18. And even 18's got to the point where it's pretty hard work or hard going in the sense of actually doing anything. So we are 53 miles away from our destination. And 56 minutes, 55 minutes game time remaining. Okay, there we go. We are on an interstate, I can see. It's Interstate 25. It looks down on the GPS, you can see it's Interstate 25. Now, what's important about interstates? Federal funding. There we go, because they're usually wider. Going up to as much as 6 lanes. 6 lanes. Is there only 6 lanes in the UK? I know there's some 5s. 5s? Yes, there's some 5s, but they're usually called smart motorways, where they use the hard shoulder, and it's totally deadly, which makes no sense at all. What's the name for that in the US side? What's the name for that? Is there still a hard shoulder on the edge of the road there, where you can pull up if your car needs to be stranded in danger? Is it called a hard shoulder? Don't know, but that's what it's called in the UK anyway. So hard shoulders are sort of our defence against things. So that thing there. The smart motorways, they kind of started to use the hard shoulder, and of course deadly realistically, because you have to stay in your car. You've got to assume that a camera operator is going to see you, and then hope that like hell that they then send somebody out to recover you on that thing. Bit of a bad scenario if you ask me. What the heck's going on there? There's a helicopter. Can't see what's going on, but there's something bad happened. There's a plane. There's a plane crash. Oh my god! Didn't expect that at all. There's actual plane crash. There was a plane crash, people. That I was not expecting. That is not what I was expecting. It's Sky, by the way. I forgot Sky, the voice of the thing. That's so... Tell you what I quite like about this truck as well, by the way. I mean, I'm not expecting a plane crash from start off. Little two-seater of some sort. I tell you what I'm finding really really interesting about this truck, or what I kind of like about it, it's very 80s. I don't know if that's a good term to use for it, but okay, there's some digital stuff there, but the styling of it kind of really takes me back to the 80s. It just feels 80s. It feels chunky and 80s, and everything looks sort of, I'm not suggesting tacky or plasticky, but sort of it's a good looking sort of thing. Land of Enchantment, is that what New Mexico is called? Is it Land of Enchantment? It's a hotel. You can wait. Land of Enchantment. Wow. Well, I'm not going to enjoy parking this. I'll be honest, because I know for a fact that if I've got to reverse this thing, I'm going to have such a lot of bad fun with it, and I mean that. There's no way I'm going to have fun with it, because I absolutely hate reversing things which are articulated in the middle, so they bend around a bit. Absolutely hate those kind of things. I mean, they drive me nuts. Every time I've done one with the other simulator games, I have really hated doing those things. You've arrived at your destination, she says. Right, okay. Let's have a look outside and see what I mean. I mean, look at that. I think that's quite 80s. I mean, they've curved some of the corners, but technically, if you made it square, flat, that's a proper 80s looking truck, if you ask me. But what I was going to say as well is, look at that. Even the thing in the centre, there's a good old fashioned digital, but LCD action going on there. Yeah, there we go, an LCD. That's the one. But as I say, I think it is. I mean, there's always new mod cons, but it feels kind of 80s. I can imagine enjoying being able to sort of stay in this and sleep over, especially with that window there. That's brilliant. You know, just find somewhere nice to sleep. Look at that. Even the microwave's got its 80s style thing in it. I kind of like it. I like a lot about it. I like the timber, the inlays and things like that. I like the leather on the armrests. Yeah, I like it a lot. Oh, it's the flag. I was wondering what the heck was waving around there. Right, press enter. Where would you like it placed? That one, which is just to drive forward. I can probably do that. There, I was wondering how it was going to do this. Here we go. Where would you like it placed? That should be in. Yeah, it is. That was pretty simple to do in the end, that one. I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed that truck. Let's push the button. Yeah, it was alright. Oh, we got some more achievements. Company collector. I never thought it should be so heavy. Time for a big time haul. I've just done an achievement for doing big time haul because that's my first big haul. Level 2 newbie. Let's have a little look and see what the latest envelope was once I've leveled up here. So I am going to go with more money on high value cargoes. So I'm going to go with that one, I think. So this is basically the options here are to do with the hazardous cargoes, which gives me more options and opportunities to do with the things. And then you've got long distance driving, which is the more points for longer journeys. At the moment, I'm doing quite short ones, but high value targets. It's like I'm an assassin, a truck assassin. But high value cargoes, you get more for high value ones and more experience for doing high value ones. If you go with the fragile ones, it's more experience for delivering fragile cargoes. Just in time, more experience. So it's interesting, you get a lot more experience for fragile ones. That interesting. I'm just half tempted to say go with the fragile ones and get more money. Let's do that. Let's do the fragile one. So we'll do that. And then we'll have a look at our emails. So I've got new upgrades become available once you do a thing. So upgrades are like to the bits of the truck, parts, new wheels for Max. Depends on the type of truck you are. Stencils and bits and pieces, freight line, Western Star, Mac, whatever this is, however you pronounce that. Volvo and Kenilworth. You get different things that are available that have appeared, new chassis and things like that, new engines, different transmissions. So there's lots of things, new door handles, nice trims. Actually quite nice them, actually. Right, okay, let's have a look at our mail, see what we've got here. This will probably be special transports. Yes, it tells you all the cities you can do very large transportations from, which I did. Just did one from Clovis, didn't I? So it shows you where they are. And drivers with their own equipment needed. So railway export in Clovis are paying very competitive rates up to 11,000 a job. If you have your own vehicle, acquire at the docks of Clovis. So basically that gives you the sort of first idea of a place that you can go for a decent job money, I think. But you don't really get anything else from that. So, I mean, to be fair, it might be interesting to see if we did something at Clovis, whether or not this would spur anything else on. Because I never did the first mission in Euro Truck Simulator. It'd be interesting to know if I went to the docks at Clovis and had a little look. Wouldn't that be interesting if there was actually something more into it? Right, let's have a little look at the job market. We'll do another quick journey, a very quick one. I do love my moustache. My moustache. Got a lovely moustache there. So there's Clovis. Let's look for... I don't think I can look for these jobs here because I haven't been there, look, so I can't do that. But I can do Roswell again. And then what I'm going to do is look for a very short one. So there should be something really short. Where does that take me? That's not short at all. That's a very long journey. How far is that? That's 4 hours. That's not a short journey at all. What's wrong with you? That's one of those day cabs as well. No day cab. I should read, really, shouldn't I, what it says? It's a sleeper, for sure, because I can see how big that is. Most definitely should read more. Roswell to whatever else. Let's go here and see if there's anything here. Let's see what we've got here. Clovis. Oh, Santa Fe. Wow, miles up. Right, no, not interested in that. Clovis, what have you got? Let's have a look at the short jobs, because I want just a short one. I wouldn't call that blooming short, would you? Would you call that short? What's wrong with them? I suppose it is. It's only 170 miles, 73 miles. We might go with that one. That's obviously a day cab as well, because there's no back on it. What about, where else do we got? There's Ratton. Ratton? That's a very short one that goes to Santa Fe from Ratton. I'm tempted to go with that one I saw there with the day cab, because it takes me through these two towns here. So that kind of looks good. We've got to take yogurt. 2,345 pounds of the stuff. It's a shortish journey. Let's go with that one. We'll give that a try. We'll take some yogurt for a trip. I'm gonna have a sup of coffee while that's loading, because it does that when you do that. Oh, that's good. Right. Oh, still in the middle of the night. That's a shame. Okay, let's look outside the truck and see what we've got. There's the door. There's our little thing. It's quite a little stubby little vehicle, that, isn't it? With the thing. Let's start the thing up while I'm... Oh, I've got the lights on. There's the lights on. There's the headlights. Fully headlights on. It's quite a stubby looking vehicle, isn't it, really? Let's have a little look around the cab. Yeah, so definitely a day one, yeah. I like the idea of that, and at least there's a cup holder. I do like that. That clearly slides out the dash, the GPS in the middle there. That's kind of cool. There's the pass in the front of the screen as well. Now, you get those toll passes other places. So we've got 133 gallons as we're going. Right, okay, how do I get out of here? Let's take my yogurt and go. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Alright. Let's get out of here. Doesn't look like a speed limit on here, so we can go for it. Oh, I like the wheels. Seeing the wheels in the bottom of there. That's quite nice. It's Volvo, this one. Volvo. I never thought of Volvo being a brand that would have broken into the US market. Clearly they have when it comes to trucks. They must be pretty decent trucks. So, Global Mills. With my things. There we go. Out we go. Out the bottom here. I'm being good and indicating. I probably don't need to, but I'm being good. Hang on. Before we go, let's roll up here. There we open the window. Evening, pal. How you doing? Just taking the milk for a run? No? Okay. I'll see you later. Good night. Have a good one. 3:05 a.m. from Global Mills. We're not going to get to see very much. Maybe see some shooting stars. Hopefully no more planes that have been downed in the sky. We are in New Mexico, so of course they were probably shot down by UFOs or something like that. Isn't that? That's the place, because this is Area 52. Is there an Area 52 bit in this in New Mexico? I bet there is. You know, stashed in this particular thing. We've got Roswell, so Area 52 isn't far away from there, is it? He's letting me out. Because I kind of pulled right across in front of him, realistically. So that's a 70 on a white, which means it's a highway. There we go, getting it. Haha. Speed limit 55. Does that go back to fuel crisis from the 70s? I think that does. I think that's because it was seen that the optimum speed for engines to travel at was 55 miles per hour, thus reducing the requirement for fuel. However, nowadays that's actually no longer applicable. Did you know that? It's no longer applicable. That 55 miles per hour was maybe back then when engines were, I guess, of a similar ilk. Nowadays, different engines have different optimum speeds. I found that out because I was always told sort of 55 was like that, the optimum speed for things, but there's different speeds for different engines nowadays. Clever, really. Not that I know much about combustion engines. Barely know where to put oil in the thing for a start off most of the time. That's why it goes to the garage. I went to the garage the other week, my car, and when I phoned them up to collect it, because it was sort of for its service, its annual service, and I phoned it up for its collection, and the chap said, I said, what's the health report like? And he said, it's green on everything. And I went, okay. And he went, but the tyres? And I went, right, agreeing too, but you've lost a few millimetres. And I'm like, okay. That's not really required information-wise. You know, it was sort of, yeah, I knew it was all okay. Wanted to try and slip in some of those add-ons, you know, those upselling elements to it. Try to slip in some of those add-ons, like, oh, look at that old telly, bye-bye, your old pal. That's apt, isn't it? Do you get the joke almost? There's almost a pun in that, because the US standard being NTSC for the number of scan lines, and the UK had the higher resolution with PAL. However, it didn't have. I was worried about him coming out there. It didn't have the same refresh rate. So NTSC was 60 Hz televisions, and PAL TVs were 50 Hz TVs. It's interesting because that's kind of the downfall of a lot of monitors in the future as well, because it was some people actually capable of seeing the flicker at 50 Hz. So that was pretty much a downfall. 60 Hz is kind of the level you want to be for most people's eyes, minimum for sort of that kind of thing, if that makes sense. I'm enjoying this journey. Just a little bit through the countryside, even though it's pitch black. Got my lights on. 64 Fahrenheit, nighttime, I'm guessing. Don't know what that means, again. It's 55 freezing. 55, 52. 52 freezing. 0. So it's not very warm then at this time of night. Definitely not warm. I'm blooming loving this. So, honestly, there's a different feel. I love the Euro Truck Simulator. It's such a different feel with the American Truck Simulator. I kind of like it in that it feels comfy and warm. Can it be comfy and warm? I guess it can be comfy and warm. I've even got my flake mug, but I'm not even going to sing you that one. I'm going to get a cowboy mug for the next episode. Yeah, I'm getting a cowboy mug. I'm going to put it on the community channel for my on my YouTube thing, so you can have a little look at it. I'm going to get a cowboy mug. I don't know what a cowboy mug is, to be honest with you. Don't even know what I would look for a cow. I'm going to Google it. I'm going to Google that. I'm going to stick it in the old search engine and have a little look. Cowboy mug. That's what I'm having, a cowboy mug. A cowboy sort of real generic demon logo or something like that. What do you think? It's got a lasso on it or something like that, and a hat. Here we go. 2 hours and 2 hours and 1 minute to go. 96 kilometers, 96 miles. A little bit of mileage and the miles. Pulling out. Going past. 71. Got the cruise control on. Keep maintaining the speed. Come off that cruise control because I'm going to run to the back of him. He's doing 68 miles per hour for some reason. It must be a bit scary with the truck behind you, and then you brake like that. Nice. I'm going to come across into this lane. Using the mirrors like that. Bob's taught me that. He taught me all that on Euro Truck Simulator. The mirrors over there, that's your friend. Putting it on there and having to look over is kind of you learn it. If you practice, the more you practice, the better you are with it. When you first do it, it's really annoying, and you go, "Oh my god, this is terrible." We have. We have a spilled load. We have a spilled load. We have a spilled load. Don't think we're going to be able to squeeze past that one. sugar. What was I doing? I was driving forward and when I was doing that. Oh, God. Yeah, we got a spilled load. We're going to have to go on. Can't go that way, it's no entry. Oh, it's added a few miles to the journey. I'm alright though, people. I'm alright, apart from that car I smashed into. That's fine, we're okay. We've added an hour to the journey. That's okay, you don't mind. You stay there and watch a bit longer, enjoy. Look at this, look at that scenery. There is no scenery. That's what you call night driving. That's glorious in a strange sort of way. Absolutely nothing out there, just a bit of light in the distance there. That's beautiful. Wow. That makes me happy. That's proper night driving. I've done that a few times in the UK. You know, there's some places where they're out in the middle of nowhere, the sticks, as you might call it. You know, about in the middle of nowhere, and you do a bit of night driving, and it's just you and your headlights, and that's it. Nobody else, not a person around, not a person for miles. Quite scary, realistically. Quite scary. Quite an experience, if I'm honest. Very cool, though. An hour and 40 minutes, having to take a detour because of a spilled load. Gonna have to adjust those down, because I adjusted them down the other one in the other game. I had those adjusted down. I don't trust you here, computer. How is that not the way I need to go? That way. What are you telling me here? You're telling me lies. I'm coming up to traffic lights. Right, I'm gonna pull up here. I'm going to check the map, because that doesn't seem right to me. Where are we going? Oh, I suppose we would have come off there and gone down there. That's okay. It is right. I was about to go that way. Let's go that way. Oh, there's a viewpoint. Sugar, and it's the middle of the night. Rubbish. And there's something there. That might be a dealership for all I know. Right, okay. Can we go that way? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, it makes the journey a little bit longer, but let's do it. Yeah, pulling off. We've got 177 gallons of fuel. Come over to this lane. Just slow down. I like the size of this load. It's kind of cool. What? Oh no, it's red. It's not red. Do I go? Am I go now? There's a red at the top there. I just got into trouble for that. I didn't realise it was red. Still. Oh, I didn't notice that. So I actually violated the. That's costing me some money. It's a good job I've got. $14,000. It's going to buy me very little, I doubt. I don't know, it's funny, isn't it? It depends where you go in the world, depends on what things are, you know, what food costs and what other things cost. I always get the impression you get quite a lot for $1, realistically. Don't get a lot for £1, that's for certain, in the UK. Straight on. Ooh, what's that? Looks like a Subaru. You think? You think I've got a Subaru there? Oh. Oh, this turn only. Ah, right, I'm on green now, look. That's me on green. That's going amber. That's weird. That's a weird turning. That was proper confused me. A stop sign must mean stop. You have to stop at a stop sign. In the UK, you have to stop at a stop sign. It's a full stop. Oh wow! Past some cars. What's this? Do you think this is a dealership? I'm going past. It's a dealership. I think. No, it's not. It's a hire direct. It's a recruitment agency. That's alright. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Alright, okay. So I didn't pass that thing there. I haven't passed anything. Asian fast food. Okay. Now we're on green. Some of the signs are catching me out a little bit. I did like the thing that Hatman mentioned, that because I came up to something called, well, it was like a four-way red in the centre of the thing, and it's called a cyclops. You don't see them very much anymore. I thought that's kind of cool. I'm not entirely sure how they work though. Do they go green as well when you're meant to go? That's weird, that kind of pirouetting around that green light there. So I see them on the other side, they're on green as well, so you kind of cross each other? Okay. Not complaining. I'm just a different road system I'm used to. Well, it's definitely a different road system. I'm enjoying driving this truck. It's quite nice, that actually, that little day rider. I know it's not called day rider, but you know what I mean. Are we going to change now? Going to go green. And we're on green. Go, go, go. Plenty of fuel in this thing, that's for damn sure. UFO Galaxy. There we go. Some UFOs on there. Really milking that Roswell, what's it called? UFO that landed, supposedly. Was it the 50s? Was it meant to be the 50s? Something like that? Oh, burger. Burger at the next junction.
Go straight on.
There we go. One of my favourite sort of, if you think about channels that you watch, whatever else, one of my favourite channels I watch is there's a chap called Beard Meats Food. So Beard Meats, as in meats, food. Beard as in furry face, and he's a Brit from Yorkshire. He's also a bodybuilder and one of these eating sort of champion type people, does all the challenges and eats them all and all this kind of stuff. Quite often goes to the United States to do some of his challenges as well. I always quite like watching him, devour a burger with this tiny sort of thin. He's not Waith like he's a thinnish guy, but he's well built because he does all his weightlifting and all that. And he sort of devours these burgers, and people are like, wow, 15 minutes, he's scoffed it. He's a professional eater, that's what he does for a living. But it's interesting because, everyone's like, oh, how are you not sort of enormous as a result of it? And it's a very simple philosophy. He's actually got a video on it in his channel, and I think he's probably sick of explaining it over and over again, which was the fuel in, fuel out. So when he goes and does this thing, which is 10,000 calories, for the next 3 days or 4 days, he eats less than 500, maybe 1,000 calories per day. He literally, doesn't sweat it out, but basically he eats so little food that it balances out against the number of calories, and of course he works out as well quite heavily. So it balances out against the number of calories that he's actually put into it, which is kind of cool. You got to admit that's kind of it's a good way of doing it. If you're gonna be a professional eater, you have to have some way of doing it, and that's the answer. A bit of calorie control. You eat this much when you do the thing that you do, and then you basically do it. I mean, I suppose in a strange sort of way. I'm just thinking on personal note. I just having a coffee there. Sorry, quick coffee break. Personal though, I mean, my calories be due to sort of the amount of exercise I do, which is basically steps, and the amount of sort of exercise in general. I kind of keep my calories to about 2,300, between 2,100 and 2,400 max, with about 2,300 as the average for me personally. But if I didn't eat for, say, 3 days, you know, if I ate very little, if I ate 1,000 calories, I'm not suggesting this, by the way. It's not his way of eating is obviously not sensible in the sense of really. He does it for a living. You know, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody to sort of so you can have a great big meal. But say if I did sort of 1,200 calories for a few days, and I did 4,000 calories on the third day. It wouldn't actually do me an awful lot of harm because it's still fuel in, fuel out. I'd probably get quite sick though, unfortunately, if I did eat that kind of thing. So, but just as the thought, the world's most happy cattle. Well, that's a claim, isn't it? The world's most happy cattle. Happy cattle of the world. It doesn't sound right, does it? The world's most happy cattle. The world's most happy cattle. How do they know they're the most happy cattle? Have they done a survey? Have they talked to the cattle around the world and said, you know, are you the happiest cattle around the world? On a scale of 1 to 10, did they have a sort of a thing that they could tick off? The finest natural products. I would expect nothing less from a cow, realistically. Maybe I don't know what's that. What I don't know is it different to the different with the milkshake cow or something like that?
Go straight on.
Oh wow, a lot of traffic lights. Motor City. I assume they sell motors. We're 29 miles away, 40 minutes, and we're going for it. He's got a sleeper beside me. I think it's a Mac one, actually, isn't it? Is it? No, it's Kenilworth. I can tell by the mud flaps. It says Kenilworth on the mud flap. He's got a lot more horsepower than I've got. For my yogurt. Just my little day-tripping yogurt delivering machine. I don't think... I guess the UK equivalent of a day cab. I mean, I'm guessing we've got quite a lot of small cabs. There are quite a lot that are small, aren't there? But I guess it's 7.5 ton jobs, isn't it? It's the what we'd call rigid trucks, where the chassis is rigid to the back, front to the back. I guess they're what I would call a day delivery truck. I'm not sure many people actually want to get into trucking nowadays. This is the weirdest part about it. I was talking to a builder the other day, and he was saying that, you know, he's in his 50s now, and his body's absolutely destroyed from years and years of plastering and things like that, and other things he's done. But he's saying the kids nowadays, he says, they just don't want to get into it. He says there's a real shortage of skilled labour, which you're going to struggle to fill those positions in the future, because the money's not that good unless you work for yourself, you know, and you're hiring yourself out. And at the end of the day, you know, who's coming along to do it? They don't want to. They're all doing what I'm doing at the moment. You know, they're all building YouTube channels and sticking their stuff on there, and that's their kind of. That's it, isn't it? That's how they're experiencing sort of that's what they want to do. You know, they're doing something in computers or something that they don't have to travel too far away. That was also that one as well about truck driving. You know, nobody wants to stay away from home for a long time. So yeah, I can kind of get a lot of the gripes of the whole thing. Carlsbad sounds like Carlsberg, but it's not a beverage. There's me sitting in the cab. Hello, gentlemen, the car in front. Yeah, don't know.
Go straight on.
Oh, I'm loving this tune. This tune's a good one. Nice and chilled. I'm going on the yellow there. We're in the amber. Hotter burger. I fancy a hotter burger. To be fair, though, for my dinner tonight, because I'm recording this during the week, for my dinner tonight, I got from work, and I was like, right, that's it. I'm going out to get something to eat, and I went and got a doner kebab. Do you know what doner kebab is? It's basically mutton mixed with spices and put on on a rotating rotisserie sort of thing, when it sort of heats the outside of it up, and you get usually a bit of salad with it, and some cabbage, and some tomatoes, a bit of lettuce, and usually a hot chili sauce in a pita roll. But that's what I had for my dinner. And it was just meat. Get the meat in me with a bit of vegetable, just to pretend that I was doing the thing. I was just in the mood for a bit of meat like that. So calorifically massive. But that is definitely a sales place, by the way. And why hasn't that picked up? Why hasn't that gone ding? You've got to be kidding. That didn't go ding. That's not very good. I was hoping that would go ping. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not a place. It's not a place. The place I'm passing is probably a place. I'm just talking to myself here. I think that's just a place to pick up for vault something or other, isn't it? Place, that place there. I do feel like I've come to a lot of traffic lights. It's really... there's a lot of traffic lights. It's like stop, start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. Can't be good for fuel economy, that. You think there'd be more things that just join easily rather than that? Don't know. Just me being awkward, maybe. With my stop starting. Right, so I've got to wait for my red one to go green up above before I can go. That's fair enough. I can understand that. Oh, this has got mahogany style dash in it as well. Look. It's a thing. It clearly it's a thing. Let's put the handbrake on for a second. I think it's where it is. Oh, it's there. Wow. There's that big buttons on the dash there. Look, they go up and down. Look. Bump. Bump. Me, go, 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 go. Sorry, I'm just not watching. Police car. Oh, what's this round the corner here? Don't want to go straight on. I'm going to go this way. Watching the lights again. We're coming to more lights. More lights. Hang on. Can I turn on a red? Can I turn on a red? I don't know if I can turn. I don't know if I can turn right in a red. Is that legal? Can I turn right in a red? Oh, it's so confusing. I don't want to go. I'm confused. I'm light refracting around the thing. Right, I'll go in. I want to go past here because I want to see if it's a place. There's a recruitment agency. Damn. The road's got a bit of damage there. Another recruitment hire direct. Another recruitment agency. Yeah, not really what I wanted. Go around the corner and go back again, so let's do that. There we go. And I want a green, I want a red. Is that an old school station wagon? Is that Chevy Chase in there? Over the way there? There he is. The Griswolds. See, you'll find a lot of my American references, by the way, to 80s movies, because I lived on 80s sort of movies, sort of the you know, Ferris Bueller's Day Out, the National Lampoon's movies, what else am I thinking of? Oh, loads of them with Michael J. Fox in. I used to quite like those. What is it? Bright Lights, Big City, Secret of My Success. Loved them. Bit of John Hughes. Loved a bit of John Hughes. Teenage years, those teenage angst movies. You know, Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink. What else we got? Oh, and that was it. I don't think it was John Hill. It was St. Elmo's Fire and things like that. Loads of stuff like that. Lived on those things. Absolutely lived on those things. Felt like but I think the 80s in the United Kingdom was the same. It felt like a very powerful time. I always thought it felt like very powerful. It felt like, you know, your country and your sort of nation was capable of anything. Everything was possible. You know, video games were being born and all the other stuff, and they're going on the red. You definitely can go on a red. That's so confusing. I hate that. You can go on a red if you're not going straight on. It's really annoying. Yeah, and it was one of those times, the 80s, I think, because of that. Right, we're almost there. It's definitely that definitely looks like a Subaru to me. All right, okay. Oh, that's my turn in there. There's me going right the way across. Nearly missed it. Where are we? Looks like a food store. Right, and handle my load, because I got yogurt. Got the yogurt. Where's the yogurt to go? Oh my goodness, that looks cool. Let's get this thing parked. Oh, so enjoying this. It's so cool. I don't think I'm trucked out enough. You know, I'm loving the truck and stuff. There it is. It's back at the depot. It's like I'm working for Aldi. Yes. Let's get my yogurts squared up past the UDS van. It's not the UPS. It's the UDS. Right. Let's have a look around here. Yeah, looks good. Let's look out the window. Right, let's open the window. The window is open. It's a refrigerated lorry as well. I like this one. I like the shape of this lorry. I like the trailer. It's quite it's dinky. It's what I call a dinky trailer. It's kind of small. Oh, come on, behave yourself now. I'm going to park it and put it into the supermarket. What are they going to do with like 2,300 pounds of 23,000 pounds of yogurt? That's a lot of yogurt. Who's eating all that yogurt? It's there. I'm happy enough with it. It's not perfect. Actually, no. I'm giving myself a little bit of a. I'm being a bit naughty there. It is actually good enough. It's well and truly good enough. Push the button. Uncouple that thing, and we're away. There we go. We've done another one. Company collector. We've been to 4 of 15. Excellent. 196 miles. 900 miles. What are you on about? Oh, we got another skill. Right, okay, what do we get here? We did 5% on it. 5%. I think we're going to have a look at one of these. Let's see what we can do. Flammables. What we got? Let's see what we got in here. Flammables, including whatever else it is. Toxic substances, corrosives. We'll just start from the beginning. We'll have some explosives. Let's have some explosives as an option. So that's fireworks, ammunition, and dynamite. Yeah, excellent. Oh, you got another email. Ooh. We can help you grow. How much are they going to loan me now? There you go. There's the big money. That's the one we want. That is enough to buy a truck, extend the garage, and hire a driver and extend another truck. So there's like 2 trucks in that, extending the garage and hiring a driver. That's how we're going to start making our money. So that's the future. So what we'll do is next week we'll do a couple of the drives and other brands of trucks to get a feel for them. I think that's the thing we'll need to do. And then oh, look at my rating. I'm 0.8 now. Look, 0.8. That's me. I'm 0.8. So we'll do a little bit more driving. Distance driven 13 miles. I've definitely done more than that. It's based on this truck, actually. That's what it is. This is the one where I've got to try out my truck of choice. Anyway, but yes, next week we'll do a little bit more of that. And then the week after, we're going to hit that bank. And I'll do a video called bank something or other. I'm not going to go with robbery, but I'll go bank with something or other. Anyway, I've been your host, Real United Team, and thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye now.